Hello guys, welcome to this new video, and in today's video we're going to continue with our journey to become a full stack developer using the curriculum from FreeCodeCamp. And more specifically, today's video is about building a password generator app. I really hope you guys will enjoy the video, and if you have any suggestions for me, leave it in the comment below, and please subscribe and leave a like button. It's very nice for me. So that being said, let's put the time. So like, what's a password? A password is just like a secret series of character that is being used to access things or systems. This is something like that. Now, they said fulfill the user story below and get all the tests today to pass to the complete lab. So user story, there are 5 user story. So let's just try. One, you should create a function called generate password. So last function. Normally, you're not supposed to jump right in the code, because since I'm trying to do it fast, when we under 30 minutes, when we'll be about to discuss about the logic, how the function is working, we'll do some how can I say, some brainstorming, and for us to understand clearly how to program the logic of the function, so how the function generates password. So let me just write the syntax. Password that takes a parameter, okay, indicating the length of the generated password. Okay, let's just say the length of password. Always use a camel case naming. So always name it with the camel case, using the camel case. Indicating the length. You can name the parameter whatever you like. I did it. Your functions will return a string. Okay, so time to brainstorm. Open my OneNote book. Delete all these things. It's my previous video. Delete this one. Let's go into brainstorming. Okay, that's right. So normally the function does is like the function should return a string. Let's say we have a function here. The parameter is length L, and the return here is a string. So the password string. I don't know if say, let me delete this list. Yes. Password string. Okay. Increase the size. Increase the size. Okay. Too big. Okay. So it will generate the password, something like that. So it takes in the parameter length L and generates a password. So our function name will be like sorry. Hope you guys that will be clear. So something like this. So the function here is generate password. So randomly generated password. You should use the following string and different math method to help you return a new string with random characters in it. So these are the characters. So like we can create a variable, say let characters, variable for characters equals to these random characters, blah 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 blah. And we can use, for example, a for loop. It's true that we can use also map reduce method. We can use we can use a map. Yeah, I think map. But map only works with array. Yes, we can no, but this is not an array. This should be a string. So this is a string. String of character. No, let's use a for loop. A for loop. That will let me say it. That will go through these characters and pick one randomly. That's what I thought of. Is it a good idea? But to randomly choose things in JavaScript, I think there's a method for it. I've forgotten that method. I think it's Math.random, a combination of two JavaScript methods, Math.random and Math.floor, something like that. So notepad for me to just put in the thing to make it look nice. Also generate randomness in JavaScript. Yeah. Here's it. Normally you use the formula. I want the formula. Random integer. Here's it. Here is it. You normally use it, but it's for integers to the maximum and minimum. Random strings. Let's say strings. Doing this something random strings character. Fixed length, blah blah blah. Make it ID. Oh, this someone that is already creating the thing for us. So let's say to string 36. On to generate random strings. Normally I can use this put my password because it's the same thing. So we take the result. It's just this code. Here's the code. It's just this code. So here is the code. Okay. You should define a variable password and assign the result of your function with a numerical argument that represents the desired length. Okay. Your console.generate. Okay. Normally here's the code. I found the code directly, but I'll try and do it in another way so that it should be interesting. So normally you take the length. Here he used a while loop with a counter. So every time you increase the counter, let me put in a VS code so that it makes more sense for me because it's sorry. Let me see. So here we have a code. Normally this is the result, the password. Here are the characters. You show that there's some characters that are missing. Because this one also includes symbols here. So let me just copy it. And we shall use a character at function to navigate through the characters. So normally here is the function that is being used to generate a random index. So Now here we can use a for loop, or we can use a map. So, but I don't know. Map is no map. Map is specifically built for arrays. But if I want to use a map, so that means I have to turn this to an array, make this to an array. The strings to be an array. And to do that, we can use split. I think so. Let me check this array stuff. JavaScript. There should be a function for it to turn strings into array. I think that is split, but I don't have the syntax in my head. So, okay, so here's a review. Okay, push, shift, unshift, spice. Spice is to remove, add, include, check, concatenate, slice. Okay, no, split. I'm looking for split. Okay, here's the split method. So it takes a strings and split it into an array of characters. So I think that if we want to use map, we can use this one. So that map will just go through. Yes, actually we can use. Let me copy it. Let me just make a test. Say console. Log. Make ID. Let's say 6 strings, 6 character, and launch it. Did it? Okay. Now let's just change it to passwords generator. Password generator. Okay. The result is a password. So let me just paste on this stuff. So we have a character strings that's here, and we want to change. Let's just change it to an array. Character array. I hope I did not close this page. Okay. Character array, and for that we shall use the split method. Sorry. We're going to split every character from here, and eventually we don't need again to look for the length, because anything we have to look again and store the length. So let me just do characters. Now we have created an array. So we have just here created an array like this with all the different characters up to the last one. Now the next step is to randomly choose an array element. So to have access to an array, we need to use the index, and the index of that array needs to be randomly chosen. So that's the reason we cannot use a for loop, because it does not make sense. For loop is like this. We start from a point I null goes to 0 up to a limit, a certain limit. So there's no randomness here, because after null, eventually based on this incrementation, we automatically know the next character. So I think that's the reason why you use while loop. So for loop does not work here. I think that we can use. I was talking about maps. Can we use map here? Let me just check. Map will go through each element of the array. Now map, we cannot use it here. We cannot use map. It's the same thing like the for loop, because map will go through each element of the array and throw it normally, but I want it to go randomly through the for loop and through the array and choose element random. So I don't think maps can function here. So there's no need for us to change it to an array. Wow. Oh, we can. Yeah. So we can still do it with an array, I think so, and choose random elements. So normally here is how we choose random element with this thing here. Character length. Copy it. You choose the random elements. Choose the random element here. So let's say random index, and as it goes now, it will create. But we need a. There's a reason why we have this counter, because this counter is helping us to know when we have already reached the length, or when we should not use the length, when we should not exceed the length. So there's no need for us to just use an array. So we just keep it like that. I wanted to try it with arrays, but it's no problem. So this is a counter. I'll just try and explain it in this video and put the code and complete the code that's remaining. So just keep the code. So this is it. What should we do now? Since we have calculated the length of the array, so this is a while loop. Since if the counter is less than the length, we should continue iterating. So we should iterate through this code. Every time, in every iteration, we're building our password. That's why we're saying plus result here. So it's like plus equals to sorry. It's like we have this character, and these characters are this one here, and we shall use this method character at, which should give us the character at a particular index in the string. So the index is being chosen randomly with this function here, as you can see. And when it's being chosen randomly, it's been given to the character at, which takes in an index and returns the character at the index, at that particular index. So it's just like it takes an index randomly E and returns the corresponding character at that index. So if you have A, B, C as string, and we want the character at index 2, which is C, the return will be C here. Okay, so that's how it's working. And normally we have to increment every time. We have to increment every iteration the counter, so that it will help us to know when we have reached the limit or when we have reached the required length. So that's how it's working. Can we do a for loop alternative? Yes, I think so. We can do a for loop alternative, but instead we shall use counter and the length will be here. So we can do a for loop alternative. Is feasible. So let me just write it here fast. The for loop alternative, if you want to use the for loop alternative, it shall be for. So we say let counter equals to 0. The condition is counter should not exceed the length being given, and every time counter should be incremented. Sorry, I've always used to use E. Every time the counter should be incremented. So when it's being incremented, this is what is happening. So we go easily to the next iteration, and we have iteration, we're simply building a result, so a password. So let me yeah, here's the thing, it's correct. So let me just cut it and replace it with bound. So at the end of the for loop, we have a password. So I think this function is correct. Let me put inside the code here. Now the next part was you should define a variable password. So let password be equals to. Someone said that no, leave it. So password, and assign it the result of calling the generate password. Okay, right. Let me see. Generate password. The right name is generate password. Generate password function with a numerical argument. So generate. So let's say 6. Now with a numeric argument that represents the desired password length. The fourth user story is you should have a console log. Okay. Console log. Console log that says generated password followed by the password variable. So put in template literary into template string like this. I don't know if I have to leave a space because I'm afraid of the formatting. I'm talking about the space between these. Okay. Password. Say, sorry. Let's check. Good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's all for today. I was really like lucky, not lucky, but yeah, I was really like lucky to find the results, but that's no problem. Really hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you have any question, feel free to leave a comments below, and if you have any suggestion of videos, topics of ideas of videos that I can make, leave it in the comment below. That being said, see you guys on the next video.